to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode number 5. A
Wow, 5 episodes
blast.
already, huh?
I know, that's how I feel. A blast from
Yeah.
everyone's past. So I have to be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed with the way this went because we pick up where we left off last week, where Mia drops the bomb about how they're out in DC with Karen in 2021, and she butt dials them. And she says, the girls think I'm out with Ray, and I'm not. And then Karen says, I don't remember that. And Karen said, had I been drinking? She questions. And Mia said, yeah, we were all drinking. And then
And Karen got in her car to drive.
Karen says she got in her car to drive. And then she pulled over and called her driver, which we know is Blue Eyes, right? Right?
That's the word on the streets, as Karen would say.
As Giselle would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, the fact that it was from 2021 and she's just bringing it up now. And she says, because then they're like, why are you bringing it up now? She said, because Karen was going for my girl, Jacqueline, saying that she lied. And Karen's like, well, she did lie. I mean, I don't think she did lie,
I
but
don't think she lied either.
I don't think she lied. And I just think that that's not, I was expecting way more than what that was because that was just kind of swept under the rug, right? Did you? I mean,
Absolutely.
that was nothing.
It was nothing. And it was 2 years ago.
Right.
3 years ago, 2021.
Well, I think they were filming in 2023. I mean, we're just seeing, maybe it was the beginning of the year. I don't even know when they're, whatever
It was long enough ago to not bring it up.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm not loving Mia this year.
No, she's being messy. I mean, really messy.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's really feeling herself with this ink.
Yeah. So then, after that whole thing gets squashed, Mia asked Karen if this is affecting her marriage, the DWI. And Karen says, no, Ray has her back and he didn't waver at all. And then after they kind of like break it up, Stacey says to Karen, like, you need a trophy. They come for you every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And they do. They really do.
She's not wrong.
No, they do. And I actually I wasn't sure about Stacey, but so far I'm kind of liking Stacey. I'm still
like
not
her. Think that there's something to her story that's not adding up, though.
No, I agree with that. I'm still going to give her a chance. I mean, we're only
Yeah.
5 episodes in. Then we see Ashley's she goes and she's talking to Mia and Jacqueline and about what's going to happen when Karen wakes up in the morning. Like they think that something is going to change, but nothing changes. We see that she wakes up in the morning, nothing changes. And then Stacey's FaceTiming with TJ and Wendy walks in while she's on the phone and they're talking. And I thought the conversation was a little weird because TJ said to her, because he FaceTimed her, like, I wanted you to, be honest with these girls and have a camaraderie with them because I guess he's seeing, like she said, she doesn't really have any girlfriends.
Yeah.
Because she said she'd never been on a girls trip before.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want you to be honest with them about what's going on between us. And I wasn't really sure what he meant about that, because she's telling us one thing. And I wonder if it's the same thing that's really going on.
Right. That's what I mean. It's all cryptic. It's all cryptic with them.
It is cryptic. So, he wishes a happy birthday to Wendy and he gets to meet Jassy. She comes out to say hi to him too. And
She's cute, Jassy.
Yeah, she is cute. And I did like that they decided to all wait up for Wendy's birthday.
Yes, that was nice.
That was nice because it was her 40th, and that's a big number. It's not like it was her 41st, like Jessel, right? New York. It was a momentous one. It was her 40th. You wait up for the 40th. You wait up for the 60th. Right. It was definitely a milestone. So then Wendy stands up and says, every birthday in her adulthood she spent out of the country. And this has been the most special birthday because they all stayed up with her, which I think she was sincere about that,
Yeah.
She wasn't sure about going on a girls' trip because she's not used to not being with her family. And I get that because, it is a milestone.
Right.
And then we see the day 2 at Lake Norman. Me and Jacqueline are talking about, they're outside at the pool and they're sitting at the poolside and they're talking about, Mia's saying how she woke up to Gordon firing off all these text messages to her. And Jacqueline is telling her that she has to stop telling him that she loves him because she's kind of misleading him.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why she would tell him that she loves him. I'm sure she still does. But if he's not over her, which according to Jacqueline now we know he's
Right.
not,
Right.
that's definitely stringing him along. But she is sleeping with another man. Like,
Right.
the writing's on the wall,
Right. I agree. I mean, I completely agree. I agree with what Jacqueline is saying. You know, Mia feels like that she's trying to support him, and she is trying to support him. But he's saying that, like, you're just keeping me around to make your life easier. And then Jacqueline's like, well, I kind of agree with him. And she's like, but why? Like, and then we find out that Mia's paying for everything. Like, she doesn't have any money anymore.
Jacqueline said he is the nanny.
Right. Like, I mean, they are his children.
Yeah, exactly.
They are his children.
And if she's, paying for everything, then.
Right. Right.
I mean, can he not get, I mean, I guess we don't really know this, but can he not work because of his mental health issues?
I think that that's the case. It's hard to work
Sure,
with
of course.
bipolar disorder. And
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the family business, and I think they kind of kicked him out of it, right?
Yes, they did.
So what is he going to do? I mean,
Right.
he's not like a spring chicken. What is he going to do? You know, he's not in a place to be working. But honestly, if he's not in a place to be working, is he in a place to be taking care of your small children?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually what I would be more concerned about, to be quite honest with you. Not what's going on in front of him with ink, but is he okay to be taking care of your children alone if his mental health is not there?
Right. Right.
So then we see the Angel and Adore cap and gown ceremony, which, by the way, is a graduation.
I know. I didn't know that. I thought it was something different.
I didn't either. I don't know why they call it that.
I know. Who knew?
I didn't know. So that was very nice. And Jamal takes a moment to honor Pops.
That was very nice, I thought.
Yeah. And Giselle, in her confessional, she's like, she did it. You know, my kids are amazing. And I think she should applaud herself.
For sure.
Because she does have amazing girls. They are amazing. They are accomplished. They're, all in college. And she was a single mom. I don't care what you say. Like, Jamal was a dog.
Yeah, for sure.
She did it. And
I'm sure he showed up at the, like this stuff. But
right, the milestones.
He was in a different, state, for crying out loud.
Yep. And then the next morning, it's actually Wendy's birthday, and they're all at the table, and they still have the chef there, and he's serving them food and mimosas, which that's nice. Like, I'd like to go away and have a private chef.
Oh my gosh, me too.
She said, they asked her like what she wants to do this year now that she turned 40, and she said that she'd like to go skydiving.
Did you hear what Ashley said? Ashley went skydiving on their first or second date.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember which. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then she went on to talk about how the sex was as well after the skydiving.
Yeah. Nobody wants that visual, Ashley.
No, why did she tell us that?
Nobody wants that visual. Please.
I don't know why she tells us that.
Don't say it again.
And then, exactly. Then Giselle calls and she says she's at the airport and she's on her way back. And then they're still sitting at the table, and Kierna's like, I think Karen needs a break, because they're still coming for her.
Yeah.
And Jazzy's
well,
like,
Jacqueline.
Yes, Jacqueline, exactly. And Mia.
And Mia.
Both of them.
Right.
Both of them. Then Mia starts going after Kierna's ex-boyfriend. Like, where did that come from?
Calling him a drug dealer.
And
then
Kierna says, what about your past? And Mia's like, yeah, I was a stripper. Yeah. And she does own it.
She does own it. She always has. But then Karen drops the bomb on Jacqueline's Peter.
PP.
Yep.
Yeah. So actually, just before that happens, Jazzy says we've all ruined enough people's birthdays, but then Ashley asks Kierna about her scar.
Yeah.
And Kierna loses it. She's like, you of all people shouldn't ask me. And Ashley's like, listen, you said you had a skincare line. I just thought I didn't really see it. And I just thought if it's your product, and I honestly do believe that is what Ashley was doing.
She wasn't. Mia was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy asked her, you think she was being shady? And she was like, she was being shady.
Okay, so I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she walks out screaming. Kierna walks out of the room screaming, don't ask me about my scar. And I was
as she should. It was your Sesame Street friend who gave her the damn scar.
Right. It was. And then that's when Karen says, okay, I'm going to be a little bit messy, and asks Jacqueline, aren't you trying to work it out with Mr. PP? And we find out PP, which Jacqueline has named him, stands for parental partner. And because he has a big PP, she says, we are moving in a positive direction, both with the children and, us. And Karen said, well, is that after the 25 convictions he had against him? And she's like, he was charged and fired. And Kierna's like, yeah, well, it was an internal investigation. He was a police officer and he was discharged, but he's now working in another police department, which I will say to you is very odd.
Very odd.
And I would love to know what other police department he's working for. And if that other police department knows about those 25 charges, because if they didn't know then, they certainly know now.
Yep. I can't believe Jacqueline started going into detail about what it was.
Well, we don't really, what was it?
But even just what she said,
yeah.
that he was a police officer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone that far. I wouldn't have said anything like that.
No, I wouldn't have either. I would not have either. And then, she said that she stood by him, and Mia confirmed that, she is loyal. She has stood by him. And listen, he's the father of her children.
Right.
So...
what else is she going to do?
Right.
It's putting food in her kid's mouth.
And then Jacqueline said, listen, it was 6 or 7 years ago, and I can't believe you'd bring up someone who's not even at this table and is the father of my children, which I absolutely agree with.
Yeah, but like Wendy said, Mia's bringing up Kierna's ex, saying he was a drug dealer. Like, you can't have it both ways.
Yep. And they're yelling back and forth at each other, right? And then all of a sudden, Mia's like, okay, let's do a toast. Or Wendy's like, let's do a toast. I was like, wait, what? Like, it was just World War II 5 seconds ago.
Karen was drinking out of a mug, and somebody put on social media today, like a picture of the inside of her mug. It looks like orange juice, but they were like, okay, Karen, we know you got a mimosa in there, pretending you were drinking tea or coffee.
Yeah, because when he asked her if she wanted one, she said no.
Exactly.
She said no. Yeah. So at this point, Mia, Jacqueline, and Ashley are kind of all supporting each other. And they're talking about, Karen's drinking and driving, and her court date is in 2 weeks. And then Stacey walks in and says, like, she didn't know anything about this, because they're like, well, do you know who it is you're supporting here? Like, do you know what Karen has done? And Stacey's like, well, I don't think so. And then they're like, well, we think she needs to go to rehab and she needs help. Like, this is like an intervention. And Stacey's like, whoa, like, I had no idea. Stacey turns around and goes to Karen. She's like, I just had this conversation and I didn't know about all this. And they're saying we need to take you to rehab, and, we should be worried about you. And I'll tell you what.
Not know about the DUI, though. She knew about the DUI.
She probably did, but the number of charges there were, we looked it up.
Oh, the number. Yeah, because
there was a lot of charges.
Yeah, there were a lot.
So at this point, it's like Wendy, Stacey, Jazzy, and Kierna. They're all kind of supporting Karen. And the other three are Ashley and Mia and Jacqueline are like anti-Karen.
Big time.
I actually don't have any more notes than that. I think
I'm as you're winding down, I'm like, I have nothing.
Yeah, like that was pretty much the end. Like not much more happened after that. And I'm curious to see what happens when Giselle gets there. I feel like she's gonna jump on Mia's side.
I don't know if it's gonna start out that way, but obviously we know it's gonna end that way. Like, I feel like right now Giselle's still like got a soft spot for Karen, even after what she did with the event thing, which was complete bullshit. Karen was so wrong in that. That. But,
yes, she was.
I do think that obviously it turns. So even if she comes back and tries to defend her, it's not going to go anywhere.
I don't
really like that Jacqueline, though.
No,
I'm a huge fan.
Jacqueline isn't a full housewife, right?
No, she's a friend of, but I felt like she was campaigning for it when she was like, I am a mother. Did she say she was a business owner? I think she said she was a business owner. She was like campaigning.
So do they hold something? I don't even think they hold anything in Potomac, do they?
I don't think they do.
Because is Kierna a full-time? Oh, wait, I have the picture behind me.
Oh, yeah. Tell us who's there, Wendy.
Why don't we just look behind me?
I think Kierna's in there. Is Jassy?
No. So Kierna is a full-time housewife.
Yeah.
Jassy is not.
Is Stacey in there?
Is Mia, Karen, Giselle, and Ashley.
So Jassy and Jacqueline are just friends of at this point.
Yes. Yes, which
You
is
know what's
interesting.
I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I do not miss Robin.
No,
I think the show is better.
I do miss Candace.
I miss Candace. I love Candace. I love Candace.
I miss Candace. Listen, I'm happy that she's found some peace and she's having her,
Yeah,
her baby. I think she's probably due pretty soon, right?
gotta be. Yeah. I think she
Yeah,
left on her own, though, don't you?
I do think she left on her own. I do
Because I
think
know
she
a lot
left.
of times they say they did, but they didn't. But for her, I think she did.
Yeah, because she had a lot going on and it was like you don't need to be around that toxicity all the
No
time, especially
way.
when you're trying to have a baby. Like who needs
Right.
that?
Right. And Ashley was not going to lighten up at all.
No, she was not going to back down on this. I was listening to Brav Bros today.
Oh, I haven't listened to them in a while.
I haven't listened to them in a while. So they are hating Roni. They hate everything about
Really?
Roni. They are calling Roni worse than last year's OC.
Wow.
And they're loving OC this year, which I will have to tell you, I don't agree with them at all about either. So when they recapped Roni today, I listened to them recap Roni, and neither one of them knew what the clueless beginning was.
Okay.
So not Steele Shooter was talking about it, and he was like, "What is that all about? Why is she narrating? Like we're friends, and what is this?" And but what he had no idea. Like they had no idea about that, which I thought, well, that's interesting because why
Yeah.
would they? They're men.
Right.
We discussed that. Like men don't watch
No.
Clueless,
Yeah, of course.
even though it was the theme of the party. They had no idea. And the other thing that they had said, like I thought it was interesting listening to them recap it. They can't stand. They can't stand Roni. They
Not
think
any of them?
no. I mean, Steele was a huge Den Alliance fan, but now he feels like she's not bringing enough. They did like the one scene with Sai and her family, but they didn't think it was enough because they think that nobody is being, they want more drama. And I don't agree with them. So
I don't agree with that either.
they want more drama. They're like, we watch these shows so that we can have a fight. Like, when Jenna and Aaron are sitting on the couch, like they work it out, but they never really work it out. Like they want like real drama. And I'm like, that's not why I watch it. I watch it for the real moments. I watch it for the family time. I watch it for the
The
laughs.
relationships.
I watch it for the real relationships. I don't want the drama. And
Right.
they want the drama, which is why they are loving OC. Because that's all OC is
Right.
drama.
Because of
And
Tamara.
I don't like that. I like real moments where we
Right.
get to really see people and who they are. They think that Jenna is only genuine with Raquel. Jenna and Raquel were friends, and they think that that's her only true relationship, that she never really was friends with Aaron. Aaron thought more about their friendship than Jenna ever did, and that Jenna just folded and said, "Okay, I'm a bad friend. I'll try and do better." They didn't want that. They wanted like a
Drag out fight.
yeah.
You're not going to get that from Jenna.
No, no, and I don't want that. I
No,
don't
me
want that.
neither.
I don't want that. So I totally disagree with them on that. I just think it's interesting. Like, we were saying when we were doing the episodes with Lori, like all three of us have we see different things and different things hit us.
Yeah.
And then when you get the perspective of two men who really don't see things at all
They
the way
haven't
we do.
watched from the beginning. So this is what they think it is and what it started out as, and it didn't.
Well, I agree with that. But a shooter was saying that he was going back. He was watching season 7. I don't remember specifically what season 7 happened, but he was talking about Roni with Bethany and how he really liked how Bethany was. I've always liked Bethany. I've always
Yeah.
been a Bethany fan. I don't think either one of them are Bethany fans today,
Mm-hmm.
but how Bethany really she was controversial. She would, jump in something and she would be quick with her words and, she would battle with them. She wasn't afraid to say what she thought. That being said, I personally think Bethany was authentic in her words.
I do too.
I don't think she was doing it for the show. And I feel like they want the drama for the sake of the drama. They don't want people to be authentic. They want to see the drama. He's like, that's why we watch this, is for the drama. And I'm like, that's not why I watch it.
No,
I mean,
for sure not.
there may be some people that do watch it for that, but that's not why I'm watching it.
Yeah. You know when I felt bad for Bethany when she and Carol stopped being friends?
I
When
agree.
Carol kind of flipped on her, you know?
Yeah. I
And I
think
didn't
Carol,
really know what that was about.
I don't 100% know what that was about either, but I think Carol is one of the few that has left the franchise and has not ever said anything positive about it. Like,
That's for sure.
she
Remember she
left
said to
it.
Andy in the reunion, "What, are you scared of her too?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm scared. Oh yeah, I'm scared of her." As soon as he said that to her, I'm like, we'll never see her again. Not that
No,
she
well,
wanted to come back anyway.
she wasn't coming back. And I remember they tried to get her to like do something for the book or something. And she's like, no, like I'm not like his roses and what was his book?
Diamonds and Rose. I
Diamonds and Rose.
never
No,
finished that.
no, but she's never said, since she's left the show, she's not ever said one thing positive about it. And I think that she stands true that her friendship with Bethany is over. Like that's one friendship that will never come back.
I think if I remember correctly, Tinsley came on the show and Carol and Tinsley really hit it off and they started spending time together. And I think that started it
You
because
think it could?
Bethany and Carol were vacationing together. Like they were going a lot of places together.
Yeah, when it wasn't on camera either, right?
Right,
They
right,
were. They
even off
absolutely were.
camera.
They
So then when
absolutely
Tinsley
were.
came on and Carol and she formed a friendship, maybe Bethany, felt a little iced out. Who knows?
I don't
I've
know.
always thought Bethany was very authentic on the show, though. And I think that that's why Andy loved her so much. So it's a damn shame that Andy can't give her. I don't think she's doing anything wrong with what she's doing. I think she's being honest with this whole reality reckoning because we've said it as well. The producers are not your friend. They're not trying to show you in a good light. They're just
Right.
trying to make good TV at your expense.
Right. Right.
And that's basically what Bethany's saying. Look at Brandy Glanville. I feel very sorry for her. I've
I do
said for
too.
years she should blame Bravo production for anything that happens to her because they encourage her to do the worst things. Drink, 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 and be bad, be bad, be bad. And they've done it to her for years. And it started with Beverly Hills.
No, I 100% agree. And I don't know who was talking. Maybe it was Heather McDonald was talking about it. Her attorney dropped her for the Bravo suit, and that was Mark Garagos, who's also the attorney for the Menendez brothers. And he was also the attorney. He's a he's a
He's an
famous
LA guy.
he's a famous Hollywood attorney. And Heather was saying, and I kind of agree, like he wouldn't drop the case if there was merit, but I feel like there is merit.
I
Like
feel like there's merit too.
I
And I
don't
think he just got
understand.
paid off.
I think that that's sad if that's really what happened. I think that that's sad because you know what? Like Brandy has said, like put the show out there. Let's see the footage. Like I don't
Well,
know
did you see
why.
what Tamara said?
What did Tamara say? Oh,
Tamara
about
said that
Vicky? About
Vicky sent
Vicky
her a picture of Brandy on top of Caroline and Caroline trying to get her off.
straddling her. Straddling her. Yes. Yes. And why are we just finding this out now? Like,
I
why are
think
we just find
because Tamara wants to try to get some credibility back and she knows that, this is a hot topic. And I haven't heard Vicky come out and say it's not true, though. So there must be
Yeah.
some validity to it. Because if not, Vicky would be like, "You're full of shit. I did not do that."
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, we have a lot coming up too. Beverly Hills is coming up. Atlanta's coming up. Southern Charm is coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do Atlanta. I'll see. I'll see.
You've never done Atlanta, right?
No, I'm not too.
Phaedra's back. I love Phaedra.
I like Phaedra too. I don't like what she did to Candy, but I don't know I'm watching it, obviously, but I don't know how excited I am about Southern Charm. First of all, I'm very upset that they did not bring Olivia back, but they brought Taylor back. I don't know why they're bringing Taylor back. Taylor is so clearly still in love with Chef. It's not even funny. I know she's got a boyfriend, but I don't like her. I think she either, I mean, she definitely tried, but she possibly could have had sex with Whitney because he would screw anybody. He don't care. There's no bro
No,
code there with him. She
no.
definitely screwed Austin. To what? To try to get Shep back? Like, what are you doing? There's something wrong with her. I'm not excited they brought her back. And I'm not excited. I'm very upset that they didn't bring Olivia back because she was a nice person and a genuine person.
No, I agree. I agree with that. And listen, I didn't watch Southern Charm until you and I started recapping it. You know that. Like I didn't watch it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I didn't start watching it until after we started watching Southern Hospitality. And is that coming back?
Oh, I hope so. I like that show.
Like, it's been a long time since we've seen that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about the Paige and Craig thing. I really don't. I mean,
I'm
listen,
tired of these blind items. Gossip Girl is over. Like, go away. I don't want the
I've
blind items anymore.
I heard that it's true, and I don't know. Like, I listened to Paige and Hannah on the Giggly Squad, and I haven't heard her talk about Craig in a while.
Isn't that effed up, though? Production asked them to just keep the appearances up until they start filming. So I guess this past season of Southern Charm and this past season of Summer House, they're still together. They're together, right? Because Summer
Well,
House will be coming out soon. Summer House airs in the winter.
yeah, I was gonna say Summer House doesn't come out, I don't think, until like January.
Yeah, so when would they start filming again? They're going to make them wait until then to
No,
break up?
I don't think that. My guess is I think if they broke up, they're waiting for it to come out so that you'll watch, so that you can see it.
Got it.
I think they
That
may have
makes sense.
I think they may have broke up already, and they're waiting for them. They don't want them to announce it. They want it to keep it on the hush.
Why do you think they broke up? Because she wouldn't move down there? I honestly, in my personal opinion, feel like she should have moved down there, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't even know why I feel that way.
I don't think she should have moved down there.
I know. I don't know why I do. Maybe because I would love to live in Charleston.
I mean, listen, Hannah and Paige are doing their tour, and they're all over the place, and they're doing very well.
Yeah.
And she's got those Amazon lives. Like,
Yeah.
she is doing well on her own. And I like them together. I think they're adorable, but maybe I think she needs a New Yorker. I think she's a
I
New
don't,
Yorker at heart. She can't leave her
I think she
family.
had a New Yorker before Craig. Remember that cute guy? He had a restaurant and he wanted her to go to Miami with him for 6 weeks. And she was like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, but like, she's got to find listen, she doesn't need to settle. She doesn't need to settle.
Yeah.
I don't think people should settle. I don't think you should just say, like, this is it. Like, either it is or it isn't. Because the rest of your life is a long time.
It's a long time and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Like, you really got to be in it.
Right. And she did just get the cat too. Like, all we hear about is the cat. Have you listened to her lately?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, she got a new kitten. Like, and that's all we hear about is this stupid, it's her daughter. Her kitten is her daughter.
Well, doesn't
I mean,
sound good then if she's not talking about him.
I haven't heard her talk about him. I have not. So I would not be surprised if it's true.
Right. Me too. Me too.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah. All right.
I guess until next time, thank you for watching and listening to We Why Whenever.
Bye.
Bye.